Hello everybody, so welcome to another video. So in this video, what we will try to understand is we'll take an example. I'll summarize again what we discussed in the class and then try to make you understand that how a changes in an exchange rate is going to impact the cash flow of the company. So before that, please understand three basic points what we discussed in the last class or last video. So in order to categorize any transaction which as a exchange rate risk, so we need to have two prerequisites. One is the transaction should be a payment or a receipt should be in a foreign denominated currency, and the second payment or receipt should be in the yet to be received or paid in the near future, not immediately. All right. So let's take a small example. So the same example what we discussed in the class. Of the invoice is 2 lakh. Manufacturing cost is 1 crore 10 lakhs, and the current rate is $83. And you need to you will receive the payment at the end of third month. So we need to calculate couple of things. So what is the receipts, or let's say if you are going to receive the payment, how much you are going to receive today, and what is the profit which you're going to make if it is executed today or sometime later. So let's see that. So the first thing what we will try to understand is if the if you are receiving the payment today, how much is you are going to receive. So it's a very simple example. So here $1 equals to 83 rupees, right? So and you are promised to receive 1 lakh 50 how much, 2 lakh, right? So 2 lakh. So 2 lakh dollars. So 2 lakh dollars, and that's what we did here. So it's a basic mathematical calculation. So 2 lakh into 83. So you will receive 1 crore 66 lakh if the transaction is executed today. So the cost is 1 crore 10 lakh. So the first prerequisite is if the value what you're going to receive, if it is more than 1 crore 10 lakh, which is the cost, then you can possibly execute the contract provided it meets the profit margin of the expected profit margin of the company. So assume now that it is met. So this criteria is met. So the profit what you're going to make is 56 lakh. So now look at the two different situation. So situation one, where the US dollar appreciates. So here the Indian company will receive the payments from the US company, right? So this is basically the receipts for Indian company. So which means Indian company is going to receive more rupees in the situation where US dollar appreciates. So that is what you can see. So here you will receive 1 crore 66 lakh, but if the US dollar appreciates, then the US company is going to receive 1 crore 74 lakh. So what is the meaning is the exporter will be benefited. Exporter will be benefited if dollar appreciates. Okay, so this is the very important point what you need to understand. And profit also, if you see, so here the profit he is making is 56 lakh, and here he is making 64 lakh. So as the same situation, let's say the US dollar depreciates. So which means that, so in this spot, let's say the current market rate is $83, and if that 83 rupees is going to reduce it to 80, then the Indian company is going to receive 80 rupees per dollar instead of 83. So in this case, exporter will be exporter will be in loss. Here it is exporter will be in profit. So this is very important. So with a simple example, what did you understood is when the receipts are payment in foreign denominated currency and they are yet to be received after 3 months or 6 months, then they are exposed to exchange rate risk. And that type of situation, they need to understand how those risks can be mitigated, either through hedging or some other way where they can reduce the risk, exchange rates risk. So these are the important strategies